Hey, it's a Finny Commit. I'm back with another Palia tour. I'm here with Zybella, and I've been told by several of our community members that they have properly endorsed this. So I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead and like the video, follow me for more Palia tours, because I know this is going to be great. So Zybella, welcome. You're my tour guide. Where are we going?
Okay, so here's the front on the Zili. I had to get rid of fencing and stuff, so I had
Wow.
to make it work. So here is the entrance to my plot, really. Um,
Wow. So
if you
normally
want to
I
just,
kind of do like a little bit of a pan around, right? But I wanted to kind of
yeah.
go into this with empty eyes, and I
hmm
want to let everybody know that's watching this right now. This was done on a Switch.
Yeah, I'm on a Nintendo Switch. So I did this with Nintendo Switch. I actually found this game by typing in MMORPG builder game, and that's how I started this. And I only started, I want to say about the second week of the end of Hot Pot.
Yeah.
And I just have been in love with this game. You could tell I've done a lot of grinding. These tiles alone take a lot of
Oh,
grinding to do.
of course. This just it
So
feels so regal. It feels so
uh,
regal.
So I don't know what kind of y'all asked me before what my artistic design was. I'm eclectic, so I don't know what that would be for you, but that's how I am in general. But I don't know how to explain the other part of it. So
Yeah. No, we'll take a look around and we'll get the vibe.
so
What
I
direction you want to go
figured
first?
we'll start with if you notice the trees point in each direction, so they'll help you figure out where to go. We're gonna start with the workshop.
Okay. I'm
So
following
my
you.
workshop is over here. And this is my brewery.
Ooh,
So this is where I make all the fine spirits for the people. Uh,
nice. Age to
Here,
perfection.
yep. And then right here I have this as like a little distiller.
Oh,
Um,
that's cool.
and
That's creative use of
then
that.
yep. And then I have more stuff back here because I have to store the kegs for the brewery that we're doing.
Yeah, that's very
So
creative.
I just really loved the boxes, and I was like, I know what I could do with them. So I have several uses for them for this whole workshop. You'll see some outside when we're done.
This is a very,
This
very nice like workspace, you know.
so this is my woodworking shop. So I wanted to make sure I had these makeshift things in, so it looks like I've been practicing. I do wish that they would leave this thing open. And when you open it, it does close on its own.
Oh,
But
it's got a mind of its own. Always
yeah,
fun to see. Most of the time when we're doing tours, we'll see machines that are not working, just because
I
they're not
wanted
processing.
them
But
to be going a little bit when you came in, so you kind of
that's
got the
good.
idea.
Yeah, you get the movement
So,
that way.
yep, here's my smithy.
Oh yes,
And this is the only place I put palliums, so I thought it was appropriate to use the trophy so it looks like the palliums coming out
I love it.
uh,
I love
of
it.
my
Slides right
smithy.
into a nice little stack of
Yeah,
ingots.
my husband loves the Bury. That's his favorite part. So
Yeah,
if we come out here, this is where the boss sits to eat lunch.
oh,
So
that's cool.
I had a lot more up here, but due to space, I had to remove some detail, which is sad. They really should extend that. And then this is the warehouse where we ship it.
Ooh,
And that is the break room ahead, but there's another entrance to the break room.
wow.
So
I'll follow your lead.
um, so here I have like little details like the little pen and paper. So I have a ledger for what we're shipping in and out.
That's awesome.
All right. And
That's one
then
of the
we're
things
gonna
that
go to
like
the
it's one of the things I appreciate about certain builds. It's like, you know, we've seen some pretty builds in our in mini tours, right? But what you're
mhm.
adding to it is another layer that takes a pretty build to another level, and that's adding the story behind it. So I'm always interested in learning about the story too.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go to our Frogbert shrine. I absolutely love Frogbert.
Long live
And
Frogbert.
he has to have food.
Oh yes.
So his butterflies are at the ready, and this pond I made by hand. So I hope it came out okay.
Yeah, no, it
I
really
did
did.
add some new flowers, and then I have like little gems in there, like the star gems you get in game. I have them in there as homages to Frogbert, and the little one I call Frogberta. She's there
Frogbert. Oh,
with her dad.
I
So
feel like
that's her
Frogbert,
and her
when
dad.
it's ready to eat, it's just gonna go like rapid fire
Yeah.
all the way around.
So then we're gonna go into the break room from here.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, before we do that, hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna because I don't want the Katsu to disappear.
Got it.
So we're gonna go to my Katsu shrine first, and then we'll go into the break room. So if you go right here, you can see him, and you can even creep closer. I get so close I can almost touch him every time.
I know. I love
So
capturing the pictures of the kids here.
um,
They
I'm an
just
anime geek, so I've named my Katsu Kilala.
ooh. I don't get
So
the
that is
reference, but I know people in chat will.
Inuyasha. It's Sango's companion.
Awesome.
But
Yeah,
yeah, so that is Kilala, and Kilala will run here in a moment. So there's Kilala's homages or food. Sometimes I change them out.
that's
And
so
then
cool.
Kilala has to have friends. So Kilala's friends are here having a little party with Kilala. Um,
Aw,
so this is Kilala's little shrine. And
how
then
cute.
there's a light at the top, but you can't see it unless you go, I guess, kind of around here. So I have a light at at the top of both of them.
Oh, I
Uh,
see. Nice.
yeah. So that is Kilala's shrine, and then we can go look at because I have this workshop and these workers. I'm hoping to actually have plushies as workers later on.
Oh, that's a perfect
Uh,
idea.
yeah, I'm gonna put them each in a chair like they're here eating, so their table's already set with all their drinks, and it's a little bar. I have a brewery, so why not?
Hey,
So
why not?
you know, come here
Fresh
and
stuff.
yep. So we come here and we serve them. And this is their little table. It's also a small nod to Alice in Wonderland because the
Oh
different
yeah.
chairs. I loved
Happy
it. And
unbirthday.
yeah, so I wanted to give it a little bit of that effect. Plus, it looks kind of like a break room yard area as
Totally
the
does.
thing. Later
On
on,
break, they can have their s'mores.
I'm hoping to get Rhett's little stand later on. I'm gonna set it up here so it's like a little food cart.
Perfect. Yeah.
So that's just waiting to happen. Um, and then if you come back the way we started, you got to remember not to run. Yinny has to tell me to slow down.
Hey, you can run anywhere you want. I'll be the one that's going slow. So,
Okay. So this is actually one of my favorite sitting spots, and I wanted to add something different. I didn't want my bugs all displayed just in one place. So I have different sitting spots with different types of bugs. And then right here is where the little bird lands.
awesome.
And I have hay for him so he can rebuild his nest whenever he wants to.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I
So
love
that way,
that,
if
like, little, it's really cool to spread those things around and just kind of incorporate them in different parts. And I absolutely love the flower work that you're doing. It's
and
so
if
lush.
oh, thank you. And if you notice, like all the trees are different sizes, I did that on purpose because in nature you don't find all trees the same size. So I wanted it
Yeah.
to be more like that. So I have different sitting spots, but here's some more of my little fun bugs.
I love that so, in a previous update, and we don't have this problem anymore, we had those dirt mounds,
Yeah,
and
so
it's so
I have
nice
to
to
readjust this later because this was set up for the dirt mounds and they're not here now.
yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, so
It
then we're
still looks
gonna
nice though with all of the flowers. I mean, it works perfectly.
yeah, I really wish they'd make more bushes instead. That would be lovely. I had to use a lot of the white gardenias because
Hmm.
of the limited flower space, or they need to increase it because I had so many different flower designs and I had to change them.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the path to my garden. Um, I kind of probably should have waited till it started getting dark because this is a whole different place after dark.
Oh, I can only imagine.
So
It's okay to capture it in different lights too. I mean, we can always come
yeah.
back for a speed tour.
Okay. So this little guy is the guardian of my little gardens. You have to let him know where you're going here. And
Nice.
then this little plushie I got really lucky to get. I love him. He's name is I can't remember. Oh, the Greek god to Zeus's blacksmith. I can't remember his name, but I call him Moobly for short.
Aha. Nice.
So. So there he is. Oh, some of the lights are off. Sorry, the updates made all the lights go off. Let me
It's all
turn those
good.
back on.
It is all good. Like to
And this
capture all
is
the
my
details.
little garden. If you notice, I have apple trees. I forgot to point those out. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to run back this way. I have apple trees throughout here, so they just permanently stay apple trees.
Yeah, it makes perfect
Because
sense. I mean,
I
they
wish they
really are
had
kind
some
of
just for.
standalone, you know?
Yep. I wish they had some for aesthetic purposes only, not just the garden. Or they need to give us some more garden patches, something like that. I don't
Right.
know. But so I have a bunch of the apple trees. And this garden is because I like to cook and help newbies cook, so it's whatever I need. I will always have tomatoes and potatoes because I don't always have time to fully water everything.
Oh yeah, it's probably
Uh,
one of the best low maintenance gardens that you can do. Maters and
yeah.
taters.
Well, I grow everything else in between, but I set it in a way so that they help water it.
Yeah.
And then I just love having this little seat just to sit over my garden. I can't wait to get the whale, but there's a surprise. So you have to open the frog's mouth. It should let you, I think.
Looks like the hitbox
If
isn't working for me. You want to open it for me?
all
Ah,
right,
there it
yep.
is. Awesome.
So that is the little surprise. I tried to put bugs in there, but it was just too big to fit. So I was like, what can I do
I know, right?
to
It would make so
incorporate it?
much sense to have the bugs. I like this walkway too.
Yeah. So Yenny said this was giving her anxiety, so she helped me figure out a way to change the pattern because all the patterns were originally like this. And I did not realize the item limit would go so fast.
Oh
So
yeah, that's until we get some paths. Like it's gonna be one of those things.
yeah. So this path goes around, and at night you'll see this. You could probably see it in the shading a bit more, but the
Yeah,
trees light up with the rim underneath the bushes.
wonderful. I like your seating areas
So
that you have on either side of the
the
apple tree
trees,
and
yeah.
the flowers that you've mixed in, especially to this tub. And
So yeah. Uh, and then over here is my one of my favorite little spots because of uh, the just the whole floral thing. I really wish I could do more with the flowers, but some of them are so small. It doesn't let you put the design in. You hit cap
but
too fast.
these work really well with the Machi Market stuff. It's very good. Very
Yeah.
good job.
So I just love this tub, and I thought it would go really good with the waterfall. And as I was doing this, I was like, you know, what would be even better is if it looked like it was a little pond inside of the tub. And
Yeah,
it was really tricky to do. I put them in when they were before you water them to grow them. And I
nice.
found out that you had to turn the water off in order to water them for them to grow, and then turn the water back on
Oh, that's funny.
in in the tub. So.
Yeah, it looks like that tub has been there for a while, and you just used it as a potting place. So that's really cool.
Yeah. And then this thing took me forever, but I absolutely love it. I just love these flowers so much.
They really are a nice
It,
arrangement.
they also are the same in the back. You can probably see them a little brighter as well.
Yeah,
And we,
these flowers are like one of those unique flowers that they look completely different in when you have direct lighting on them.
mhm. So
Yeah,
on this side, it has more of the direct lighting, and then you can see the other hidden flowers that are coming out from underneath them. On this side, it wasn't meant to show on the other side. And that is all hand laid stone in here. because I
Ah,
wanted like
yeah.
a little stone path. So
I
this
like it.
is our tea area for a little tea party. I love chess, so you'll probably find at least one more chessboard here somewhere on my property.
Ah, cool.
So I have a little
Very
dragon
nice.
over here guarding his egg. A little
Oh, yeah.
nice sitting area. And then, okay, so my favorite character in here is Assassin. Assassin is Bay to me. The
Ooh,
next area we're going to go to is the area I built for if Assassin ever visited me.
all right.
So, we have to have a bathroom for Assassin, so we have that here.
Sweet.
And then you see the first derpy deer already.
Derpy Deer number 1 and 2.
Yep. And the third one is actually peeking on you at the tea party. So I will take you back and show you that in a minute.
All
So
right.
this is the room for Assassin.
Sweet.
And I had to keep the original tent, and I really wanted some of the trees to come in a little bit. So that's why you see the leaves up top.
Yeah. I like how people have taken the vibe that they get from NPCs and they've been able to communicate that with the design. I think that's one of the really creative things I've noticed people do is, they create a room for Hassian or Ashura or Tish or even Esh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
So, oh, go ahead.
no, that was pretty much it. Just the fact that
Oh,
they're able to communicate the same kind of design style that they think that the NPC would like.
so my favorite feature in here was this little patch. It looks like a plaque. So I thought that was the perfect place to put I guess they call it disco deer or
Yes.
glamby.
Yes. Yeah, I love that.
So,
I noticed
um,
that. That's a nice touch, like where you specifically put that.
so I thought that would go well. So you can actually go behind here. He stole my mud pie. He's there trying to eat it.
I
All
don't really
right,
think it
and
has a lot of nutritional value, the mud pie, but hey,
that's what he wanted. He's my
yeah.
derpy deer, and this is the one that Anne calls Stalker. So that is his name.
Very nice. Yeah, I
Uh,
didn't see him. That's very
Yep.
creative.
And if you look from the tea party side, you'll actually see him now that you know where he's at. And if you look out, you can see him staring at the food. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
So
I'm gonna go around the
he's,
other side. That way
yep,
I can
you
see
can't
it.
jump through there. So you have to, that part's a little bit blocked. So,
Ah,
yep,
I like I
assassin's
like
food.
I like a good challenge. Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That's nice.
so
That is nice. It's a nice
that
nice
is what I
perspective.
decided to name him after. And I made the joke. I was laughing so hard.
That's awesome. You have a lot of very
So,
beautiful stuff on your plot. That is for sure. And
aw,
this
thank you.
gazebo caught my eye. What do we got
Yep,
over
that's
here?
where we're going next. That is the hot tub room. And if they ever extend the flowers, this flower pattern over here will be all the way around my gazebo.
That will be really cool. I hope that they
Yeah,
do.
I do too, but I ran out of it. And those are the new flowers, most of them that came in, so
They are lovely.
they're not there. And
This
then,
is like
here,
perfect little hot tub here. You got snacks on all sides.
you got snacks and a glass of wine. And I got that shell out of one of the little champa
Yeah, choppa
things.
piles.
Yes,
Things.
in Bahari and
Ah,
Bahari.
yeah.
So I was so happy when I got that. That's the second blueprint I've gotten so far in the game. Usually it just gives me materials.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that was really fun. So we're gonna, I guess, head in now. I'm gonna just take the bridge back.
All right. Yeah, I'm following you.
Oh, my moon dial. I love this thing.
Yes. It's like, it's about noon o'clock, 2 o'clock, but
I wish it did have a shadow like a sundial or a moon dial would.
yeah.
Moon dials do have a shadowing to them as well, because when the moon's bright, it causes a line of
Oh
light
yeah.
across it. So most people don't know that.
And those of you who are watching right now, don't forget to like the video. We're going to be going inside. That's usually when I say that tours get real. So I'm excited. I'm following you.
So this whole thing was built because, as if my character was real, and this is how I would live. So this is
Ooh.
my living room and my little library sitting area, and I love the Champa pillows because I would sit on the ground and read a book.
Oh, yeah, this
All
is
right.
very lovely.
And let's see, we'll take you to my crafting room. It's missing a lot of stuff still. I need those coins, working
Haha.
every week on the weeklies for it, but
Oh, of
this is
course,
it
yeah.
so far. And I love green. They don't have a lot of hunter greens, so this was the closest I could get for my crafting room.
I always like that green as well. It's a soothing color, and it's always fun when people incorporate that into their builds.
So that's just my little crafting room. And then over here, I made this room for three people in particular. They were such an amazing people. So I will explain some of the stuff. So I wanted it to be a fairy romantic thing.
Nice.
So they have a little desk, they have a little vanity, stuff like that. But there are three gemstones over here behind the butterfly. The green one represents Anne, the red one represents Dynamic Kitty, and the purplish pink one represents Yenny.
I think those are all fantastic choices.
Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful members of our community. That's
They're
awesome.
amazing people, really, really amazing people. So Yenny has claimed this side of her bed. She's told them all and said that she doesn't mind because the left side's hers anyway. So it cracks me up. And then over here, I wanted to use this trophy here because I thought it looked elegant and it would go really well with the fairy. And I wanted to have a romantic fairy feel. And since all three ladies will be sharing the same vanity, each of them have their own little perfume bottle on the table and each
I
of their
noticed that.
colors as
That's
well.
awesome. That's awesome. Lots
And
of
then
really cool details here.
me and Miss Dynamic Kitty are foodies a little bit from what I found out, so I had to leave some sweeties here. I can't have a guest room without sweeties for her.
Oh yeah, Demon
So,
Kitty always had snacks everywhere on our plot.
yep, I have them in a lot of places as well. You'll see as we go. All right, so that is my guest room for the ladies when they want to come visit. Now, here is, we're going to look to the right first. This is
Okay,
my dining room.
very
Uh,
nice.
so I love this thing. It put me in the wrong seats, but that's okay. There we go. Um, I don't know why it's doing that, but
Nah,
it's not behaving this
it's
time.
Palia. It's Palia.
Yeah, and when Yinny visits, this is actually her favorite place.
Oh
This is
yes.
tea time for me. I love tea, so this is my little tea time nook. And if
As
you notice, most people don't. On the wall, I have those little portrait things, so most people think it's part of the wallpaper, but they're
I
actually
love
just
it.
strategically spread out.
Yeah, I love it. I've seen people do some crazy designs with them, and I like your implementation of it with that wallpaper because it
Hmm.
does work really well. It does work really well.
And then these are my favorite cave fish. So I had to, I used them as a divider between the dining room and the sitting area.
It's
So
very well
it
done. Yeah.
has all my favorite cave fish right there. I spent a lot of time there. So, all right. And this is my kitchen. I
This
help a lot of newbies and other people cook.
this is a
So,
phenomenal kitchen.
and if you see, I have I made my own texture in the center with like the boards and stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I feel like it's still not done. That's why I started watching kitchen videos to try to get ideas. So eventually, maybe I'll actually finish this. I don't know yet.
I don't really get the impression that it's not done, but I mean, you know, when you say it's not done, I guess like that's that's you. But to me, I see a
Right.
very well done kitchen that can support lots of people. And in the center, you've used the cutting boards to portray like a chopping block type center, which is just cool.
Yes.
You know, it's really cool.
Yes. I do absolutely love that.
And I
And
like
then,
this
okay,
here
so,
too, like mixing the portrait with the wheat wreath.
oh yeah, that picture felt like it was perfect for that. So I had
Absolutely.
to. And then I worked really hard for that ramen wallpaper.
Oh, I
Really,
bet.
really hard for it. I love that ramen wallpaper though. I thought it would go perfectly with aesthetics. And the
This is
little
where we
moo
raided the kitchen.
guys I thought was so cute. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have all kinds of desserts, and I love that you could just open these up.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was so neat, and some of it's Maji Market, and some of it's cooked stuff. So
Oh yeah. I love it.
I've had a lot of fun cooking with people, so I wanted to display that for sure. Plus, I love food. I'm a little bit of a foodie.
Hey,
All right,
nothing
so
wrong with that. I think that
this,
like one of the
go ahead.
things I just wanted to say real quick was, you know, one of my favorite things about Palia is that they are really cool about giving you things when you do something, like when you do an accomplishment. And
Mhm.
those meals and stuff that you created, like they're not just objects in a game, they're memories of, times where you had a bunch of people over and maybe somebody, was goofy and stuff like that. But it's kind
Mhm.
of cool. Like they're not just, I don't see them as just food pieces. I know that they're more than that.
Okay, so this area is leading to my bedroom, my master bedroom.
Ooh,
If
awesome.
you very detail oriented, it fits me in a lot of ways.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the ability to just walk around. So I wanted to put as much details in here, but still be able to walk around everything.
I want
And
to
then
say
right,
I want to say that like there's I've seen this wallpaper around and I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to take note here because this
mhm.
wallpaper I think is one of the ones that I've seen that not too many people have used, and the fact that you use it in this way is really cool. I think a lot of people are going to take note of this, and this is an application that how you can use this wallpaper. So I
I
think,
absolutely fell in love with this wallpaper. I was actually looking for just a plain black one originally because I was going to do some designs. And I saw this, and this was the first wallpaper I actually paid for in game
yeah,
that I saw. I just fell in love with it, and I grinded my butt off to buy it, and I love it. And it goes straight into my master bathroom. You'll see I
awesome.
have quite a few fireplaces. I just love the coziness of
Oh,
fireplaces.
absolutely.
Yep.
Has Yeni taught you the Danish word for cozy?
Not yet, not yet.
All
I
right.
can't wait to learn some Danish though
Yeah.
from her. I love linguistics, so I think it'd be a lot of fun. And she said she'd start doing like a word of the day thing with me, so I
Yeah.
think that would be really neat.
We're thinking about starting like a channel, but it's spelled Hygge, and I think it's pronounced. Yeni will probably laugh at me for totally butchering it, but it's Huger. And
Huger,
yeah,
okay.
it's the Danish word for coziness.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. That's very nice.
It makes sense though when you were showing me the area that she was sitting in, like one of the biggest, I guess, pillars for Danish coziness is fire, candles.
I saved my favorite room for last.
All right.
So this is my little library museum nook.
Awesome.
So it starts with this beautiful photo right here in the hall. And then it leads into my little library. Um, so I have some of the little trophies in here.
I love that.
Uh, they need to give us like little more books and stuff to put on our shelves, I think.
We do definitely
Um,
need more. Do definitely need more books for sure.
I
I
would
know
even
that's
like
been.
some books that you can stack on coffee tables and stuff, like coffee table books.
I've seen
That
people
would.
use the cutting boards and color them differently to portray books.
So this is my favorite room in the house. This is where I actually come and I sit down at my little chest thing here, or I enjoy the fire, and I just think about what I'm going to do next for my next design. I also like the fact that you can see Frogbert's pond through the window
Oh,
by
yes,
the
you
little
can.
music player.
Yes, you can.
So, and the
Absolutely.
waterfalls are really pretty. Um, so this is probably my favorite room in the house. That's why I showed it to you last.
And that's,
And I re
oh, go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, I
Oh,
was just
I
gonna
really
say,
love
like,
the.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. You
it's
first. You
okay.
first.
I really love the mushroom and like the carrot trophies. I thought that was really nice. So I wanted like the vegetation trophies incorporated with the flowers. So
I think this is a absolute perfect opportunity to go ahead and do Q&A, because like the fact that you saved this room for last, and the fact that, you know, there's normally I would ask people what their coziest place on their house or plot, and this just like, I don't know, it just like it feels right. Feels right.
I love the whole like museum feature here. I love the library. I'm a huge fireplace. Like growing up with fireplaces was always an amazing thing for me. So it feels a little like home.
Definitely. So we'll go right into Q&A. And what I like to do with Q&A is I like to kind of go into one of the things that a lot of the things that I liked about it. First off, I totally agree. The endorsements that you got with the community members like totally hold. Your entryway is wonderful. It frames
Well,
your house very nicely, like everything that you had with the flooring and everything like that. It, you know, definitely feel validated, because the time that you spend, especially on a Switch and fighting the
mhm.
Switch issues, you know,
Ah,
it totally paid off. And I think of all of the design cores, I know that you build yourself as eclectic. Um, of all the design cores that there are, you know, cluttercore, eclectic core, practicore, I think you are a solid clean core. Everything about your
okay.
house is so like clean, and not, you
Oh,
know, it's not in a bad way. It's not in a bad way at all. There are a lot of people that are clean core that are going to be watching your video and nodding the entire time, be like, yep, absolutely. Everything is just so well organized and precise. It just,
I'm a very attention to detail person. I really, really hope that they do because they keep giving us new items like flowers and stuff. So I hope so much that they honestly they should extend it. And I think the flower limit should be at least doubled because it prevents some of my artistic creativity from coming out.
mhm.
I had to cut back and change my designs, and a lot of the filler ended up being the gardenia things, or they need to like give us like you know how the gardenia bushes are, but without the gardenias, just some bushes
Right.
would be
Yeah.
lovely,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my first question, and I think this is a question that a lot of people have asked me to ask, which
Hmm.
is, one of the things that you told me was, you limit your you limit any externalities when it comes to your creative process. You wanted to take a stab at it first, in your own
Hmm.
way, and before, you know, introducing any kind of external influence. So I think my first
Hmm.
question is a very valid one. Where do you get your inspiration from?
So actually, there's so many different pieces. At the Frogbert area where you see all the sunflowers,
Mm-hmm.
one of my friends when I was younger, her favorite flower was a sunflower, and she um, was murdered. And it brings me joy to see them, and I try to keep a memory of those happy times. So it's kind of the Frogbert thing is near and dear for multiple different reasons.
My
Some of the other things are things I've experienced, like museums and libraries and things that help drive my artistic passion. So I wanted it to reflect all those things
That's
in different
wonderful.
ways.
Yeah, my deepest condolences about your friend. That's awful.
I was
Uh,
really young when I lost her, and I
mm,
didn't know how to take it.
yeah.
And she was gone way too soon, but
Yeah,
she was
definitely.
a huge inspiration for me. I was going through a lot as a kid. Don't want to go into too much detail, but she was my sunshine, and
Yeah.
so she's with me all the time. So I had to dedicate some part to her, and we both used to hang out at the beach or at ponds. And when I saw Frogbert, because I love amphibians, I was like, "Oh, this is so great! I am going to make a pond that represents me and her, and I'm going to give Frogbert and Frogberta a home. So, Frogbert and Frogberta will live here permanently. This is
That
their
is
their permanent home."
that is so beautiful. There are Paley gives us so many different ways to either reflect our cultures, reflect our past, and that right there is just a prime example of taking something that is very tragic and expressing that side and just keeping those memories alive through a digital space. I think that is just a very beautiful thing. My next question is going to go around the future, right?
Hmm.
Actually, you know what? My next question is going to go around the present. We'll get to the future here in just a bit. Um,
Okay.
Paley is a very lore deep game.
Oh, I
Eh,
love it so far. I just can't wait for them to keep coming up with more and more content. I'm loving it.
Definitely. And just from the little bit I've talked to you, you have a deep history. I like to call it a gaming resume. We've played
Hmm.
different games for a long time. And
Hmm.
given the lore of Palia, where do you feel your character fits into the lore of Palia?
So I don't quite know. I have this weird feeling like maybe the Palians used to be human,
Mm-hmm.
and due to like an oversurge of flow, like this is just a weird thing in my head, I guess. But like the
I'm here
oversurge of
for it.
flow, they have mutated or changed throughout time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like through because flow is supposed to be magical, that maybe I was put in another dimension or another thing. And then I was brought out of like kind of like a cryo sleep or a stasis, and this is where
Yeah,
I am now.
that's a
And
really interesting take. I've never thought about that before, but given the fact that Flo is purple and the people of Palia are purple hued, humans are
mm-hmm,
not. I think that
mm-hmm.
that's a really interesting take. I've never heard that before, but it makes
I'm
perfect
I'm
sense though.
I'm so excited to find out what it really is, but that's just like kind of a little bit of a theory. Like it'll be something along those lines, and I don't know. I'm waiting to see. We'll find out. My two favorite characters, I'm not gonna lie, Sifu, she's so funny.
Oh, she is.
It's not just because Assassin's Bay. She is absolutely hilarious. And like, I try to give her, she asks this one question about, have you been working out, kind of?
Oh yeah.
And I give her different responses, but my favorite one was, I was born this way. And she's like, all right, that's enough now. Come on, roughly.
uh
So,
yeah,
uh,
no,
uh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. Yeah.
So they're my absolute favorite characters so far. And the reason why Hassian is Bay is, even though he seems like he's rude and not, he's just really that misunderstood, quiet, deep, dark poet. If you get into his story a little bit more, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't want to give too many spoilers. If I've
Right.
given any, I apologize. But uh, and then Teo, they need to let us have. I love my cat pet. Don't get me wrong, but I want a puppy or a
Oh
dog
yeah.
pet. I want my own Teo. That's what I
Yes.
want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully they'll give us some more companions in the future. Definitely. Definitely hope so. So I
I
think
hope they will.
my last question is going to be about the future, and I like to mix this up a little bit. We've already covered a little bit of the lore. It would be pretty easy for me to say, well, where do you think Paley is going to go next? But that's not the question I'm going to ask. The question I'm going to ask is, what are some items or wallpapers or even buildings, like or even activities, what are some things that
Oh,
you would like
I
to
have
see
a
in Palia? Yeah.
I have a whole list of it. So one of the things I thought would be neat is if they had little tree stumps that you
Mm,
could decorate, or and take like one of the axes, how you can make it and upgrade
mm-hmm.
it. Why not be able to just make an axe and put it in a tree stump, you
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah.
Or be able to display some of your like your weapon, your pickaxe and your bow, to be able to display them on the wall. That would be really neat. Definitely need like maybe some different types of tiling and different colors. I personally like the light and dark combo, if you
Mm-hmm.
can see. So I would like some more darker colors. Like my favorite colors aren't even represented in this game. Green, a hunter green, they need more green stuff. I'm sorry, I love green. So they need some more green stuff. I would love it. I would even love maybe some marble flooring, like marble, black marble or white marble flooring. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Definitely books, like definitely books and shelf stuff you can put on there. Because
Mm-hmm.
I try to fit some things on some of the shelves that look like they should fit, but they don't. So I would love some more shelf stuff.
I love
And
that.
maybe like a checkers board or some other gaming boards for people, because I think a gaming room would be wonderful, like not just the chess boards. I saw they had this machine,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing is too pricey for me right now, working
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
So maybe stuff like that could make a full-on gaming room for people.
That's awesome.
Maybe some more statues and some more like how you have the little white urn, if you can see it in the corner from where you're sitting, like little things like that done differently so you can use them for display purposes. Or one neat thing I thought was you could get, ceramic uh, potters,
Mm-hmm.
and you could plant your plants in them, your flowers in them, and place them around. That would be really neat.
Yeah, I would totally. So I have a strong feeling that Singularity 6 watches these videos and takes notes of those kind of feedbacks. And we have a running list right now on our Discord that I regularly just kind of casually drop to Singularity 6, be like, hey, the community's asking for this stuff. So definitely, definitely put that list there. Those are all fantastic things. I think, regarding
I
the
also,
trees, like it would be so fantastic to have,
yes,
like you said, being able to cut down the trees but leave a stump that you can sit on.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. Or you could put like an axe in it, so you have the wood cutting axe.
definitely.
Uh, def
And
Definitely the biggest thing I would love is maybe some actual like stone flooring. That I started another plot, but I had to tear it down because I couldn't dye any of the things yellow, and I wanted
oh,
to do a nod to Wizard of Oz and do a yellow brick road,
oh
and
yeah,
I couldn't do the yellow brick road, so I tore that down. But now that they have implemented this new stuff, I am going to be making a botanical gardens and museum type thing. So I've
awesome.
already started that on another plot.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for signing up and having me out and recording this, and also just taking the time to sit down with me and allows the community to get to know you a little bit better. It's uh one of my favorite parts of the tours is getting to know the people that are behind the builds. If you're
Okay, well,
still watching, yeah, go ahead.
if they're new to the community, just add Zybella. I will help you cook. I can help you figure out your quests. I'm more than willing to help. Just, send me a message.
That is awesome. And if you're still watching, don't forget to like the video, follow me for more Palia tours, and definitely leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite part was. And don't forget to play along in the Q&A too. Any questions that I ask are fair game for the comments. I will see you all for the next one. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.